Hi everyone and welcome, this is the Apostate Prophet. Kurt Westergaard, the Danish cartoonist who caused uproar around the world by drawing simple Muhammad cartoons, just died. The publication of this cartoon and other cartoons in 2005 in a Danish newspaper called Posten caused so much chaos around the world because of a simple depiction of Muhammad or simple depictions of Muhammad. The Islamic world went crazy. Violent protests erupted around Europe and around the Islamic world in protest of these cartoons. And those protests included grotesque images like these in the UK, which look disturbing, filthy, but also just pathetic. Kurt Westergaard was a hero to me, and a hero to many others. He was courageous, brave. He used his passion for freedom of expression, and for art to create something that was so controversial, that changed the rest of his life, that put him in danger. And he did not take one step back. He stood by it. He defended it. He justified it. And he explained that drawing a cartoon, which is supposed to be a satirical depiction of Muhammad, is not an act of hate, not an act of exclusion, not an act of discrimination. On the contrary, it is an act of inclusion. Because drawing cartoons of other things and of other religious beliefs is acceptable and is practiced and is not met with hate, with death, with destruction. If then in the Western world, where we have freedom of expression, we treat Muhammad differently, that would be discrimination. That would be exclusion. In a world where we can freely express ourselves and we have the right to say offensive things for the sake of progress and freedom, it is also only fair to include Muhammad and to depict and satirize him. Many followers and defenders of Islam are currently rejoicing over the death of Kurt and saying very disturbing things about him, wishing him eternal torture. Of course, that's a bit pathetic. They just rejoice over nothing. I truly believe that Kurt Westergaard helped to make this world a better place. He helped change the world. He helped change the sentiments of people. He made a sacrifice for the rest of us. He contributed to normalizing something that is considered outrageous for no proper reason. He's a pioneer and he's a hero. I salute him and I thank him for his contributions, for his work. And I only wish and I only hope that his legacy will stay alive, and that the work that he contributed to will continue now and in the future. Contrary to the Prophet of Islam, Muhammad, Kurt lived a peaceful life and believed in freedom and tolerance. He peacefully continued the rest of his life, although under constant threats and police protection and in hiding because of the massive threats and attacks that he would receive from the defenders of Islam. But in the end, he died due to natural causes and left a great legacy behind. And I personally think that the best way to honor him would be for me to draw a cartoon here and now, although I'm not the best cartoonist, and to appreciate and cherish once more the right to depict religious figures and public figures, and to share the message that there is nothing, absolutely nothing, wrong with that. And I think the best way to honor Kurt Westergaard is to draw a cartoon myself, here and now, although I'm not the best cartoonist. Kurt Westergaard, may cartoons be upon you. Okay, oh boy.
There's some holes in this book. 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 There's some holes in this book.